I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome your New Orleans Saints?
On the visitor sideline, Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan. His guy's falling in the season opener, getting a second straight road game to start the season. On the other sideline, it is the head coach of the Saints. His guys, on the other hand, were winners in their opener a week ago, so they'll try to make it 2-0 to start the season. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olsen here in the booth. Off we go from the Superdome. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract with a fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. And when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's going to have the first down and more. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ricky Pearsall. Now, Kyle Shanahan not happy with that last call, and he's going to put out that red challenge flag. They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down. So that challenge, a successful one. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. And I think that an earth-shattering performance statistically, they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up. The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Brought in by Chris Olave. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing again, Rattler. On the run to the right. Taking off. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Out of the shotgun is Rattler. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. This quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight. He's going to try to take it in on his own. Not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try to throw it. Here's Rattler. And he will power his way into the end zone. Spencer Rattler, touchdown 6. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints come right back to tie it at 7.
The game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. To return is Dallas Brown. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. Or can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today? Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And to be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. as they've got it with 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Now it's McCaffrey. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Kool-Aid McKinstry up to make the tackle. So come up here on 2nd down and 5.
At the Saints' 38-yard line.
Here's Purdy. They'll look to set up the screen here. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rounding into the ball. Modest gain.
It's a gain of 2. That's another 49er. 1st down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And this takes him into the right zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
Now Purdy.
1st down, 49ers.
Down the right sideline. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
And the 49er 1st down. 1st and goal, San Francisco.
McCaffrey. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2 minutes to play. 1st half, all tied at 7. We're back to New Orleans. After this, another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. To throw, it's Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign.
The kick is good. Makes the score Niners 14, Saints 7.
Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready for their 2nd possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. When you mentioned Super Bowl teams, Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. In Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best.
And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with the fake spike, but it does not pan out.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
Black, 95. Ready.
Here's Rattler. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it's going to be 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Ready. Blue, yellow, 22. Ready?
On third down, it's Rattler. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Okay, next few. Yellow.
They'll indeed go. It's Rattler. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Here's Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of DeLon Jennings. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. So, first and 10 here now at the 38.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Back to throw. Purdy. Open man is Jennings.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, it's Purdy. A throw on the move is caught. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Purdy on first down. That's taken in by Jennings. The Niners will use their third and final timeout as they stop here. 28 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
10 yards. That's another 49er first down.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And the 49er first down.
He'll get up and clock it here, and they're set up to possibly get 3 before the break.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. It's our second week in studio, second week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And it's the second-year signal caller, Jaden Daniels. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Commanders are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is Ramondre Stevenson. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. This one's at halftime, and it's the Patriots looking for a 2-0 start. They lead at the half. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And it's the 4th-year running back, Breece Hall. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. 58 yards for the score. The Jets trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, a fairly even first half, all things considered. 14-7 is the halftime score as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. The Saints offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I can give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
You look middle here, and there's Olave. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Niners 28.
He'll try to throw it again. Here's Rattler. I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
3rd down and 2.
Here we go. Ready?
We'll try and run for this with Kamara.
Well, Mike, you hear the expression, plays getting blown up. Well, this is exactly what just happened here. A third and relatively short, and he ends up going the wrong direction.
Rupee's kick is good. And the Saints are back within 4 at 14-10.
Saints 10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
A lot of people would say it's a little too early in the game for this, Mike, but you find yourself trailing in the third quarter. Maybe you can catch the kick return unit a little off guard, and that's exactly what they do. Give a little jolt to this offense as they take the field.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 15 yards through the air. It's good for a Saints first down.
Saints first down.
going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
Ready?
Throwing on first down, it's Rattler. Shaheed with the catch. Oh, yeah. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. That is caught by the tight end. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is first touchdown of the new year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Makes the score Saints 17, 49ers 14.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Flowers now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. You just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6 and 11 at the bottom looking up, pretty remarkable. But to your point, it just shows a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements, the way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, we're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs, and the teams that can...
The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Saints offense ready to get back at it. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Kevin Givens. He gets into drop head for his first sack of the young season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal drop.
The Saints field goal.
This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Flowers now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. And he's going to be taken down in a sack for what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter.
9 yards. It's second down.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And he's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 11.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. So, Greg, people always say when the schedule comes out in May, what do you look for? Back-to-back home games usually not something you look forward to, but it does happen in this case. And when you get a win, and you know you're going on the road week 3, that puts a little pressure on this one to get 2-0 at home to start the season.
And how good would they be feeling to start your year and know, all right, we've got 2 wins in the bank, we're playing well at home. It just allows everything in the building to take a deep breath. You know, Mike, it's just such an ideal way to start. Your fans are excited, the city's excited, everyone in the organization can settle in. So the schedule makers certainly did them a little bit of a favor here, so they've got to take advantage of it. Build off of last week, come out and play well again, and it really sets themselves up for the rest of this season.
They're going to go right back to Camara. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
This looks like a design run, and he's going to have the Saints first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the foot.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. Fourth quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
Now Camara. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. They'll give him 4 yards. From the 35, here's second down and 6.
It's now second and 6.
They'll go again here with Camara. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Talk things over before third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best.
And he's going to have to eat this one. And down he goes. Bryce Huff. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down. McCaffrey going to return it. And he's going to be taken down. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. This is 1st and 10. Kittle is the man in motion. They'll drop to throw. Throw on there. Caught by Kittle. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here comes 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Purdy. No one up. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. The Saints have got it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and a great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
For the 2-point conversion.
Watch out now. 52. Ready?
A play fake. They'll throw. The pressure's got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Flowers now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9. Now 2nd and inches.
At the 37-yard line.
Throwing is Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the 49er first.
And now the spike will come just under 40 ticks remaining. Another try, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back to the air again is Purdy. The throw on the run is complete. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Here's 1st down.
And the 49er first down.
Again in the air for Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Purdy going to put it up again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Back to the air is Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another 40.
One last shot now for Purdy. That is caught at the 3. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They have fought till the end, but still will come up short.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So this one, a win for the Saints. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.